let's get to the dailies and find out what the dailies are saying. Bukola, let's get to New Telegraph. New Telegraph. Babache Lawal, I warned Nigerians Tinubu will sideline non-Yoruba supporters. Says he can't forgive the president, has evidence Obi-1 2023 poll. Oh boy. I think this was in a conversation yesterday he had with Sheung on Politics Today yesterday, where even, I think I understand he said that he wouldn't have, even if he had worked with the president by now, he would have resigned or something like that. So Babache Lawal has been, spitting fire lately, since after that election, and the issue around who won and who did not won has come up yet again, but I think the court has settled the issue of victory as far as the 2023 presidential election is concerned. The court had affirmed President Bola Tinubu as the duly elected president of the Federal Republic, where whether Obi won or he won, that is now a question of history. But Babache Lawal has a problem with, perhaps, is a lopsidedness or favoritism by the Tinubu administration in terms of maybe his appointment and project. When it comes to appointment and project distribution, the government is always under fire, and they are always coming to defend. So Babache is believing that he had warned Nigerians that this president is going to sideline people that are non-Yorubas. So you look at the facts for yourself, and tell whether or not this is true, I think one of the observations we had made to that extent, some people had made, I looked at it, was the issue of all the money points. Minister of Finance, CBN, FIRS, Customs, everywhere the money moves in or out, they are from the Southwest most of the time. I think apart from the budget office. So that in itself, because he literally, in fact, some people in the Southwest are saying it's not Southwest, so it's Lagos boys that are running this government. But the government has always come to defend themselves. In fact, there was a time, I think Sunday Diary put out a list of names in terms of appointments, and that almost got him into trouble. I think whether he deleted it later or so. But this is how Nigerians process when it comes to appointment. And I think politicians are being clever by half when they try to respond in the way I see them respond. So there are appointments that Nigerians and even the politicians see as non-juicy. Do you get it? They don't see those ones as juicy. As real appointments. Minister of Labor. As important as that ministry is, they don't see it as juicy in that sense. But when you say Minister of Petroleum, Minister of Finance, CBN Governor, we can go to Minister of Works, and all of these places, they see it as, because a lot of monies are spent or money goes through some of these ministries. So when you make appointments and a certain tribe or ethnic nationality, Buhari, they screamed at Buhari for former President Muhammadu Buhari for a long time. That his appointments were lopsided, and he went on with whatever he did. Bola Tinubu as well, some of the appointment that is considered juicy as well. Some people say it's Lagos boys, especially that has to do with financial aspect. I just mentioned customs and all of that. So Babache still has a problem with that. But if you want an explainer, I am not Babache. I'm just explaining what I think he said in that conversation. You can go to the exact page on the New Telegraph to get detail for yourself. Bukola.
Well, Jeffrey, we may have to, subject the positioning of, some politicians to thorough scrutiny by, embarking on a head count of the number of appointments such that we can speak more effectively to these viewpoints expressed by politicians, not just, Mr. Lawal now, but other politicians of northern extraction, because some who have done the head count have said, look, maybe not the GC appointments are more, but in terms of north and south distribution, this administration has appointed more people from the north. But we must subject that to an independent scrutiny and not run by what others have said. But as far as these issues are concerned, some maybe all the administrations may be guilty, with the exception of a few, because during the last administration, conversations had come through to the effect that they were speaking to how the inner cabinet of the former president was dominated by people from the north, and how that was also repeated by his vice, whose appointments were dominated by people all from the south. And these commentaries are available online, but we must approach that point in our political history where merit comes first before issues of zoning or prebendal politics. But let's go to other papers now as we look at the Nigerian News Direct, which doubles down on events of the last 24 hours. Of course, the passenger behavior and relations with air staff. 6 months ban on KWAM-1 remains despite apology. That's ascribed to the NCAA. As AON, that's the Airline Operators of Nigeria, Ibom Air, slam lifetime no-flight ban on passenger over in-flight assault. That's the big story on the front page of the Nigerian News Direct, and we must continue to ask that the same treatment be applied to the first actor in this particular series that Nigerians are watching. On a scale of even comparison, how do you measure which offense was greater if you consider what the aviation laws say about the conduct of trying to prevent an aircraft from taking off? So we ask that the airline operators of Nigeria should respond to this particular one as well. But that's it from the Nigerian News Direct.
We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be speaking with the Israeli ambassador Israeli ambassador to Nigeria, Foreign Affairs Minister, I beg your pardon, Israeli Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs will be joining us briefly to explore the conversation around the Gaza Strip. After that, we'll have the NCAA join us as well. Let's talk about this whole scenario that's been playing out at our airports and look at all the elements as much as possible. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us.